Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there or mother figures. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Today I'm back to review my liberation notes, and we are at episode 9 and 10. I'm doing that every week, so if you're watching, please join us every week, and please let me know what you're thinking in the comments. And I have to start off by, I was so happy for him because remember, he went to Mr. Goo's bathroom. First of all, using the bidet like changed his life. And then he sees the keys of his favorite car and he just loses his mind, right? So when he went to ask Mr. Goo, please tell me this is true, that you actually do own this car and it's just not the keys, right? Because remember, his friend was like, what is up with you this lately? You seem so easygoing. Even that one coworker that is always bothering you, you've kind of ignored her and you just seem happy. Like, are you dating someone? What has changed you? And he's like, I saw these keys and I'm hoping it's a real car and I can ask him if I can drive the car. And when he went and saw that the car was real, the way he was reacting, he was like a little boy, like, oh, like, and then he's driving it. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. I was so happy for him. And I even love that he told off that coworker, like, come on, you are giving me a hard time. Like, I'm glad that she was like, what? He was like, why do you make us go sit out there and wait queue for you? Do you do that for us? Like, why do you have this double standard? So I'm so happy. I feel like even Chang-hee is starting to get his own voice, right? And then Mr. Goo. Okay, first of all, I knew he came from money, okay? I was like, Mr. Goo looks like maybe whoever he is or whatever he does, he comes from money because look at this. And then I'm getting the feeling that he owns that business or his family owns the business because when he walked in, everybody's just like bowing down like, oh, he's back. And I'm like, wow. And then obviously he did kind of talk about how we found out that his girlfriend committed suicide, and apparently obviously that just sends him off the edge. And then he also talked about being in the business and feeling like he just was like not happy, like dying, and it helped to just like get away and just be to take a break from it, which he also tells that guy, like, when I decide to come back, I will be coming back in full force, so you better be prepared. I was like, okay. It's like, I'm not quite sure what kind of business this is, because you see, it looks like mafioso, like a thug, and then it's this beautiful, it looks like a hotel or casino or something, because we saw there at the end, people are celebrating Happy New Year, which made me think, so does that mean he's gonna leave Min Jung if he decides to come back to his normal life, or are they still gonna be together? Because he told her, like, you think it's always gonna be peachy? Meaning like, I could go. And then we see her saying, every guy I've ever dated always disappointed me. And I'm thinking, oh, please, Mr. Goo, don't be the one that disappoint her. Because I feel like both of them have grown so much. Because she's like, lately I feel so lovable. I'm able to say whatever comes in my mind. Before I would never say anything, I was so quiet. And then we see Mr. Goo, like when they had that discussion and she was like, yeah, I thought I was a fool. And I think you're also a fool that you would want to go out there and let the dogs like bite you instead of like being together with a nice woman, right? She goes, I think you're a fool. And he started laughing. Like, this is the first time we're seeing like true emotions from Mr. Goo. Like, he was actually belly laughing, like, ha, 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 which is like, wow. So they've come a long way. And I'm hoping that they stay together, even if he decides to go back to his normal business. Because he's saying, I'm contemplating to come back or continue working with making the sinks. I love the part where he was like, you need a new sink. And by the way, order it from working right now with Mi Jung's dad, right? Just so fantastic. And then Ji-young, the older sister, is also growing. Like, first of all, it was like they mixed emotions. Like, she's crying, she's happy. And then her with Tae-hun, where obviously he felt really bad, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I feel like I led you on. You know, I should have seen that, you know, I should have clued on more faster, I guess, if you will. And I can also see from his end where he was like, I'm a single dad. Like, why would you want like anything to do with me? And by the way, I think Tae-hun's sister is a little jealous. Like, what is it with you? Like, you don't want your brother to get married? I know the older sister had made that comment that one time when they were in the bar, and obviously she was sorry about it once she realized what she said. But to just like be mean to her like that, I was like, oh. But I love that they're just really good aunts who are there to support that their niece. So I see where they're coming from. But I was just like, wow, you really are like being mean to her. And by the way, I think Mr. Park, who's been helping Ki-jung get better, is gonna end up falling in love with her. What do you guys think? Because he has seen her from when was just mixed up. She did not know how to date, and they talked together, and he was giving her advice. And now the way he's looking at her, like, look at you all grow, like jumping one mountain after the other. And he's looking at her like proud. No wonder that girlfriend of his is like, you're hanging around my boyfriend too much, and he's starting to look like you guys are close, almost like you guys are the ones who are dating and not me and him. And that part where she's crying and laughing because she gets an invitation from Tae-hun to go out for a nice meal, and she's like, oh, like almost like the universe is feeling sorry for her. But oh my gosh, 9 and 10 was so much fun. I feel like all of them, they're growing, you know, from Chang-hee to Mi-jeon to Mr. Gu to Ji-jeon. I feel like everybody is almost like starting to like you know, own their lives and becoming better for it. Anyway, what did you think of episode 9 and 10? I loved it. I thought that was so much fun. I can't wait to see what happens in episode 11 and 12. It'll be interesting to see if Mr. Gu, if he leaves, is he gonna still maintain the relationship, right, with Mi-jeon? I'm worried about that for her. And then it'll be interesting to see. I feel like for Chang-hee, like his bosses are seeing how hard he works. I feel like in the future here, he's probably gonna end up getting a promotion, right? And then I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with Ji-jeon and Mr. Park and Tae-hun. I feel like we may have a love triangle going over there, right? Anyway, what did you think? I mean, it's so well written. There's so many gems. The way it's written, it's so thought-provoking. You're sitting there like, wow, that is so true. That is so true, right? So well done. Anyway, please join me next week as we review episode 11 and 12. If you do like my video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help to support my channel. And I'll see you next week. Do say.